What professions give a free pass to be an asshole? Apparently anybody higher in the food chain than a stagehand in theater live music productions. Anybody who ever worked a summer job as a stagehand will know what I'm talking about. As an actor from time to time, can confirm a lot of other actors are total a-holes to stagehands and such, but I always try to respect them. My tech group is so closely knit that if actors have an issue with the stagehands they've got to take it up with the stage manager, and that doesn't work cause the stage manager knows what's up. The actors just kinda shuffle around, while stagehands tell them where to go repeating whatever the stage manager director is saying. Of course it's pretty good. I think it's the arts in general. People romanticize a volatile artistic genius. It's BS and has nothing to do with the creative process. In director school they encouraged us to get tough with people all the time. It's like they don't know any other way than the old ways. Ours. Who are you going to complain to? Ours? Nobody is better at the delicate art of occupational self-preservation than an hour employee. My wife works in hours. They fired more than a few of her co-workers. That's incorrect. I work in corporate compliance and get complaints and investigate hours regularly. Most multinationals have this function, and it has complete autonomy from hours, legal, and finance for this precise reason. If you have complaints about hours, you use your compliance hotline. Granted, smaller local companies or those not trading on the NASDAQ or equivalent stock exchange probably don't have compliance. Who investigates corporate compliance then? If I had to venture a guess, their corporate compliance department might have an internal hours to keep them in line. Cops, quite often, enjoy the power they can have over people. And I don't know how you call this job in English, but the dudes who will come to your home take your furnitures because you can't afford to pay your debts, and bouncers at the door of nightclubs. The term you're looking for is repo man, and it's short for repossession. I think usually they are supposed to limit their theft to the stuff you're not paying for, that is taking the car you defaulted on. Sheriffs do this a lot in North America. They are called repomen, repo being short for repossession. I'm really surprised this isn't higher up the list. Governmental positions and DMV positions. I've never had a single bad experience at the DMV. Sure, the wait can be like 2 hours, but the people themselves are always very nice and just doing their job. As long as you go in with the mindset that they are required to do things by the book and won't budge an inch on the rules, then there shouldn't be any issues. There is a satellite DMV office in my hometown that is the absolute best DMV in at least the state of IL, and I'd be surprised if they aren't the best in the country. They are super fast and super friendly. It's crazy, I know, but true. Medicine, but doctors work hard and help us, so they get a pass and should. For the sheer amount of second guessing, because the patient googled something new, think my 4 years of bachelor, 4 years of masters, 5 years of doctorate, 2 years of post-grad work, and board certification are a joke. Obviously Karen the blogmom knows more about how to cure an illness than you, and she does it with natural methods like homeopathy and essential oils, and she isn't a shill for big pharma, you hack. Electricians. Knew a guy that worked as a foreman at a construction site building an add-on to a building, and they had less than optimal restroom choices. So the workers started using the main building, and the people inside started getting livid that these filthy workers were coming in and using their pristine toilets. Customer says they can no longer use the toilets. Guy proceeds to shut off power and says it won't be back on until they can work something out. They were allowed to use the restrooms again by the end of the day. Lifeguard. I'm literally allowed to yell at kids and I don't have to put up with people complaining about the rules because it's in my facility's policy that they have to obey instruction of a lifeguard, which means if you aren't following the rules you can get out of the pool. A beneficiary of dynastic wealth. Do you want to get overthrown by peasants? Because this is how you get overthrown by peasants. Gao, you. Yes, but you have to be born to the right uncle, father and aunt, mother, cousin. As a non-white person, I'd say the profession that tops this list for me is an immigration officer. Despite having all my papers with me, I've been unnecessarily delayed on more occasions than I'd like at some airports in Europe and in the States. High-level surgeons and other medical specialists. Not saying they all are, but they are given a lot more freedom if they are. Being one of a dozen people in the world able to perform a particular procedure carries a lot of weight. Doctors. Being a nurse and patient, I have heard some of the most rude comments ever be said by these so-called professionals, and they have almost no consequences. Not to say all doctors are that way. Chef's interesting comments, guys. Ironically, I was at work when I posted that. Hey Panini Head, are you listening to me? Bouncers. Some are great, I have a few friends who are, but some are just jacked up losers who like to fight 18-year-old kids. A high society art collector like Angoga Blowjan. YouTube channel ID Low Society Art Collector. Chief engineer of a nuclear power plant. 3.65 answer, not great, not terrible. Lawyer. You can scream at your clients that they are gonna go to jail if they don't do what you say. Working anywhere for 20 plus years and being aware that no one can replace you. Cops. You pretty much have to be a bully asshole to be one. Not always, but mostly. I forgot to add teachers. They can be mega thundercunts and get away with it. Wow. I'm an inspector on construction sites, so yeah, me. Repo workers. They make a legal living using a skill set similar to thieves. Football or celebrity, it shouldn't, but apparently money gets you out of everything. Anyone working at prison or a politician, also old people. Compliance. It's my way or else. Pretty much any job in jail, prison,